Isn't she adorable? Yes, bitches, I'm constantly plugging because these are my original creations. This is actually from my painting queen, and I turned her into a straight up tote bag that is just, she's just giving all kinds of royalty, right? I walk down the street, people like, what is that? Where you get that from? I'm like, yeah, I made it. That's me. She is also my throw pillow. So plush, so cush, so lovely for me to have as my backbone, y'all. Okay, all right, so thank you guys for tuning into another Musicians on Gigs episode. And in this Musicians on Gigs episode, I am going to pull one of the cards from my Oracle deck. Now, I don't always remember to do this, but I try as much as I can. I try as much as I can to incorporate my new Oracle deck whenever I do these, whenever I do another one of these videos, because I want to motivate people, you know, I want to inspire people, and I believe that these, this is my Oracle deck called the Pocket Deck. This is actually my second one. I am waiting for my new deck entitled Power Tools, Power Tool Dailies, to be delivered. They have been delayed for a long time, and once they arrive, guys, I will incorporate them as well and do a video so that you guys know exactly what they're all about. But the Pocket Deck stands for Painting on Conscious Karmic and Tangled Textile, and it was created just to empower us all, to remind us all that we set the tone every day, that we decide to wake up, that we're here, and you know, we decide how we want to present ourselves to the world. We're not victims, you know what I'm saying? We're not just slaves to the system and reacting to what life gives us. We have a choice in this thing, and I think it's important for us to remind ourselves and others that we are creators as well. All right, so the card of the day is, if you hype yourself up every day, the world won't need to. I mean, come on, right? So in alignment with what I was just saying, right? Remember your power, remember who you are, so that you're not constantly looking for what's the word, when somebody has to constantly come to me, when somebody has to constantly praise you, or kind of like make you feel good about yourself, or make you feel that you're somebody, and you're constantly looking for validation. That was the word. When you're constantly looking for validation on the outside, to the point where, you know, when you don't receive it, you feel empty, or you feel lackluster. And if you get into the habit of remembering your power, puffing yourself up, reminding yourself on a regular basis that you deserve to be here and start living on purpose, then you won't need anybody on the outside to tell you what your value is. And if they do, you're like, thank you, whether it happens or not. Okay, all right, so that is the card of the day, guys. Remember that, take that with you, and hopefully incorporate it within your daily experience. Whenever you feel down or out of sorts, or you feel like things aren't going your way, remember, listen, you have the ability to create as well, and you have the ability to decide how something is going to affect you. Okay, all right, so it's your girl Phoenix Novell, if I haven't said that, and this is another Musicians on Gigs episode. This episode is entitled The Power of the Audience. Okay, I've made a couple episodes before where I discuss how to control the audience, or what to do when the audience isn't feeling you. But this episode is talking about just what they embody, the power that they have over really setting the tone. Now, of course, you need to show up regardless of what they're doing out there. You need to show up and show out and be ready to perform to the best of your ability. I'm gonna move my camera just a little bit, just because I feel like I'm losing some light. I think that might be better, and I'm going to sit up a little bit more, just so that I don't feel like I'm so low. I hope that that's better and not worse, because if it's worse, I'm gonna kill myself, because now I feel too bright. Don't mind me, y'all. All right, so I'm gonna go back to what I was just. All right, I think that's all right. That should be good. All right. Anyway, going on in my background? Oh, look at me. I am so distracted. It's ridiculous. Now I want to put my glasses on and tell me if y'all like these glasses. I'm wearing them for the rest of the show, so hopefully there's no horrible glare. Because if there is, that's just me. My bad. All right, so anyway, the power of the audience, okay? Is this camera in my... I can't help myself, y'all. Now I'm all like invested in what I'm looking like. All right, so we're going with the glasses. We're going with the glasses. All right, so the power of the audience, okay? When I say this because I was recently watching one of my old performances, because sometimes I'll add, now I'm losing light. See, look at me. I can't win right now. I'm not always this vain, but in 2023, y'all, I have gone full metal jacket vain. All right. So anyway, yeah. So the power of the audience. I was recently watching an episode of not an episode, but I was recently watching one of my old performance video clips, and I noticed how there was one customer that had his camera out, literally following me around the stage as I bumbled around. This was back a little bit back a couple years ago, maybe 2014, 2015, when I thought I was Beyonce, y'all. I thought I was Beyonce. So I was up there jamming, performing, and singing Crazy in Love and going crazy. And he is literally following me around his camera as I am going back and forth, whipping my hair all around on the ground, doing all my thing. And I remember how I felt when he was doing it. I remember looking at this. I remember just watching the video. Just took me back to that performance, and I seen the audience. They were losing it. They were enjoying themselves. They were completely ensconced in the show. And the more they were, the more I was. The more I wanted to give. The more I wanted to just sell it and really take it to the top and leave my soul on that stage. You don't always get that, right? Because the audience can take you up, but they can also take you down if you allow them to, okay? I think it's a great thing to feed off of them. You know, I think it's an amazing thing to use them, right? But you have to always have your base. And what I mean by that is you have to always be at a place where no matter what their reaction is, it could be the same exact damn people. They could come on a regular basis. But some days the audience just doesn't give you that same amount of energy. And you have to be able to bring it nonstop. But when they do show up, they can make you feel like a star. They can make you feel like you are everything. They can make you feel like you are the celebrity that you know, who wrote those songs. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's important for artists to really honor those moments where the fans treat your fans, the audience, you know, maybe they're not personal fans, but where the audience, the people who are in your presence, they lift you up. They empower you, they clap for you, they put you on this pedestal, they rock with you, they ride with you, they're on this journey with you, and they could leave you there high and dry. You'll still get paid, you'll still do your thing, you'll still perform, and if you're a professional, you'll still give it all you got. But I think it's important to understand that the audience is on this thing with you, and they're being paid through your sweat equity. You know what I'm saying? They're receiving something just as much as you're receiving something. But I want you to understand, as artists, you know what I'm saying, for all those artists out there who are listening to this, that you have to respect and acknowledge the role that they play. When they do show up, when they come to the front, when they scream out your name, when they beg to take a picture, when they record you so that they have memories of a time that you actually grabbed their focus or made their trip. Who knows where they're coming from, what their journey is, how they got there, what they have to go to, what their life looks like. But in this moment, they're here with you, sharing this thing with you, and sometimes they're lost in that space with you. They're riding with you. They're clapping for you. They're praising you. They're smiling at you. They're completely engulfed in your performance. And I think it's so powerful. It's so very powerful because in those moments, we're feeding each other. You know, I don't know you. You don't know me. Most of the time, people who are tagging you and liking you and trying to find you and befriend you on social media, they will never get a chance to actually meet you in person. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they tried to, but you left the club early or whatever. Or maybe they waited outside the dressing room, but you were too busy getting ready for the next set, whatever the case is. But you made their day. I've had people reach out to me that I performed in front of. I couldn't remember if I saw them walking in the street, I wouldn't even know who they were. But there was this one guy who had all of the performance, like all of these videos that I had never took when I was performing in Pattaya, Thailand. I didn't have a good quality camera then, but I remember he reached out to me. He was like, hey, I found you. Oh my gosh, I have so many videos that I don't want to delete or whatever, but I want to get them to you. He actually emailed me like 2 or 3 gigs of high quality video of me performing with what I had rushing dancers when I was doing my whole thing in Thailand. And I was so honored. I was so happy. I was so blessed that this person, not only did he videotape these shows that I did, but he found it absolutely vital that he find me and give me these memories, because I didn't have them and I wouldn't have. And I performed for so many years that I can't, it just became like that was my life. That was my day-to-day life. So I did not record as many shows as I wish I did today. You know what I mean? But because this customer came and he thought what I was doing was worthy of remembering. You know what I'm saying? I now have these memories to share with my fans and my friends and people who want to follow me and fellow musicians who want to know what that experience was like, visually. And I'm so grateful. And believe it or not, I'm not just as grateful, but I am grateful too for those people who just show up. They don't always praise you. They're not always screaming your name. They're not always trying to follow you on social media and get to know you better. But just the fact that they're coming to see your show, to support you, to watch whatever you have to offer when they could be anywhere else, is saying a lot in itself. Is there something on my shirt? No. But we have to sometimes understand the power that the audience has over us, the power that they give us, and we have to also, like I said, we have to find our base so that they can't take away our power, because there are moments where you do get booed. There are moments where they are not impressed by you, where they turn their back on you, where they want to throw a drink at you, where they're just not impressed. And you can get upset and storm off stage and be in your feelings about it. But again, most of these people don't know you. So you have to have a base so that you don't take it so personally that you come out of the golden rule of the show must go on mindset. You have to continue and press through and do it. Even major stars get stuff thrown at them, right? Just recently, there was something about, don't know this girl's name, Harry Styles and Drake and people getting stuff thrown up there on stage. But there was another girl who, I cannot remember her name, but BB Rexa, something like that, where somebody just threw something, hit her in the eye, and she got the power of the audience. This sea of people where they can throw stuff at you, they can boo you, and the roars of a boo are just wow. But the roars of applause are, oh my God, it's just intoxicating. So it's what my friend would like to say is luxurious. It just makes you feel like and then you got the microphone and it empowers you. And I have been lucky enough to use that fuel to empower me more often than to allow it to, take away my power whenever they weren't feeling me. I've been in front of people where it's just like, what's next? Or they'll walk out because they're just not impressed. And you have to deal with it. It's not always your day. It's not always your show. It's not always your best performance. But you need to appreciate every opportunity that you get to leave your soul and leave a stench of you on that stage where people can actually, because it may be somebody else might think that was your best show. Right? The performance is not just for you. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to take a moment to acknowledge the power that the audience has and what they can give us and how we can actually use it to our advantage, whether or not they're roaring, whether or not they're booing, and whether or not they're just there. You know what I'm saying? I think a great performer knows that they had the ability to really utilize all that energy in the room. You know what I'm saying? About whatever it is that you say, you can bring. So there have been times where people were just not trying to deal with me, that I actually had to go out into the audience, pull somebody up on that damn stage. And the moment that somebody from that crowd, just a random person from that crowd, was able to get on stage with me, it completely changed the dynamic of the venue. The audience was like, they could relate, because it was this random person who now it's one of them. Oh my God, what's this guy gonna do? He looks confused, he's funny, he's cute, he's not, he's engaging, he doesn't care. There is just now, the energy is changing. Oh, this person, now this artist is down to earth because she's incorporating the crowd. She's not too bougie in her own world where she can't be a part of us, you know what I'm saying? Or we came to see her so that she's all the way up here and they're down there. So you have to find a way to make these artists feel like it's not just, come see me perform, I'm done, fuck off, good night. There has to be a vibe of camaraderie, even if I don't know you. Thank you guys, what's going on? How y'all doing? Where you from? That involvement makes people feel like she's talking to us. You know, she's engaging with us. It's not just, okay, I came and then these are the songs and this is the song list and then they leave and that's it. You know what I'm saying? I realize that there's a lot of, like, people want to feel that level of humanity when it comes to seeing these shows. They want to know that their friend can get up there and be a part of the show as well. They might not videotape you, but they'll videotape their friend being up there with you, and because of that now they want to follow you because of that moment, right? So there's power in you realizing how you can play off of them and they play off you. You can empower them and they can empower you. There's strength in numbers, so use it to your advantage, okay? The audience is powerful. They can make you powerful. They can also take your power if you don't have a base to always maintain your power. Number one, he who has the microphone is king, okay? But remember that the sea of people are a powerful microphone as well. So don't get it twisted, all right? You can't say just anything on the microphone and not expect that roar if everybody's in agreement that you are in agreement that you are a fool and need to be booed the hell off. That can be powerful too. That can be a strong, united mic. All right, so hopefully this helped you guys out there, to my fellow musicians and anybody else who is, you know, can relate to this. If you have any questions or topic ideas or just want to shout me out, send me an email or send me a text below or just leave a message. But my email is musiciansongigs@gmail.com. That's musiciansongigs@gmail.com, okay? It's your girl, Phoenix Novell, and until next time, guys, peace.